All right, and welcome on into DMS Adventurers Tavern, where adventure is always on the menu. We are here for our Dragon of Icespire Peak adventure with our band of mercenaries, as it were. But before we jump into that, let's go ahead and go over our weekly D&D schedule here within the tavern. That is, of course, our Mondays at 6 p.m., Dragon of Icespire Peak, our traditional D&D adventure. Then on Fridays, we have our Eberron campaign, our post-apocalyptic campaign with the cat that follows around a Warforge and just keeps following him around for no real reason, according to the Warforge. And then, of course, we have our Saturdays, our Strix 7 College of Chaos adventure, where our Haven's heroes have successfully made it to the championship of the Mage Tower Games and are currently competing with the Dragon Posse for the Dylan and Ashley just said posers, Mom, not posse, posers. For the championship and also for the not only the glory but also the half of your tuition paid. So, all right. With all of that, though, let us go ahead and jump over to our Dragon of Icespire Peak campaign here. With us, our band of adventurers. We have Hested, played by Andrew.
How you doing?
We have Umo, played by Steve.
Hi there.
We have Zoran, played by Craig.
Hey, everyone.
We have Sleek, played by Cooper, who's being kind of quiet tonight, because school. We have Rojas, played by Torque.
Hello.
We have our troublemaking Orion, played by Kane.
I resemble that remark.
You do resemble that remark. And we have Ops Warden, played by Bob. And
I'm very happy to be here tonight.
Not sure why your name wasn't showing up on this thing. There it goes. All right. And of course, we have joining me behind the screen is our Dungeon Master for the evening, Cause. Thank you so much for joining me back behind the screen, because clearly you're the one running this campaign. But Cause, would you actually like to give us a recap of what our adventuring party, where they left off, while I do the treat time that Uncle Ragnarok just did?
Okay. Let's see. No pressure. We planned this ahead of time.
Totally.
All right.
Well, you know what you were doing, so.
Oh, that's funny. So.
Isn't it though?
All right. Well, y'all took a quest in town and headed out. About 2.5 days travel. Along the way, you got some passerbys. You picked up some horses, and you got into the Butterskull Ranch area and started doing some exploring. Found some farm animals roaming about. One in particular, Umo rescued, and y'all kind of pinned them up over by the entrance fence. Exploring, you found as you were cutting through a cornfield, found an orc pack and dispatched them, but not without taking some bruises first. As you got closer to the ranch, you found another large orc pack kind of holed up in the building, and after a magnificent through the windows full-out brawl, y'all were able to kind of dispatch a rather large crowd that were some of them throwing spears from the second floor there. I think right as we took off, some of you were surveying the farmhouse, the big open space, and one of your companions started upstairs to take a look around. Another one of your companions went outside to go check another door, and I think that's where we were.
Okay. All right, so you are within Butterskull Ranch then.
Yeah, I think I was coming out the door and I saw something. Wasn't that what we ended with?
Yes.
I popped
Yeah,
out
you
the
had
front.
gone outside, yeah.
I was looking around for a dude.
So as we kind of load back up on the map here, just because it's been a while.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Hey,
Sorry,
good.
not sorry.
I thought I would just read the quest here again real quick for reference, because it's probably been a session and a half since you guys have heard it. The town sent you out here, Butterskull Ranch. Orcs have attacked Butterskull Ranch, 5 miles east of Coneyberry along the Tribord Trail. Travel there with haste, assess the damage, and help any way you can. Alphonse Calazorn, the ranch owner, is a retired sheriff who can reward you for your efforts. If he's dead, return to Town Master Harbin Wesley with proof of Calazorn's demise to receive a reward of 100 gold pieces. And yeah, so as we just do a quick map check, let me check. Yep, we're on the right map. So, those of you that are inside the area where you fought are able to, as you kind of come back to consciousness or take a quick breather, let's see, that'd be Zoran, Ops, Sleek, Orion, and Umo. Royce, because this is an open landing, as you're kind of going up the stairs, you can kind of see down, but your attention appears to be on the second floor. Hested, you notice this as you kind of came from that back room and are sweeping out the door. This is now that it's not crawling with orcs, you can kind of take a chance or a second to see. This is a common space. There's, quite a bit of seating here. There's a kind of a bar along the back here, although it's not like full service or anything like that. Got a fireplace on the north end here. There's a couple of books here in a bookshelf. Just the what someone didn't really want to keep with them, they just kind of left, and you can grab one and read it for a little bit and set it back. A raised platform for if they have any type of performers or anything like that. Some of these tables have kind of been knocked over because of some thunder waves and things of that nature. But yeah, padded chairs and game tables, and there's some 3 dragon anti-playing cards scattered along the floor as well, but it looks like half of them got exploded.
Or corpses around.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of icicle fragments as some of them are frozen over.
Mm-hmm. So what did I see when I came out the front door?
So as you exited that space, nothing out here looks any different than when you approached the space. You've got a well right here. You've got this other. It appears to be the same structure, but there were some doors over here.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
You see what looks like kind of at an angle, some doors that lead it's kind of at like a 15-degree angle.
Mm-hmm.
Over here, you're seeing not an actual planted orchard, but there's still some fruit trees over in here, and the path kind of going over to the other side.
This looks like an outhouse to me. Is that accurate? Just like small wooden structure over here to the east.
If you turn the corner, you'd have a good line of sight on it. No, it doesn't appear to be raised much off the ground, more than a foot.
All right. I will cruise over here and listen at this door. At this door here.
Okay, give me a perception check.
Yeah. Let's see if I hear anything behind it. Whole bunch, 20-something.
All right. Sounds quiet.
All right. Is it open?
You can push it open if you want.
Yeah, I'll draw a short sword. No, I have my bow out. I'll just have my bow in my hand, and I'll try to open it.
Okay. There is no resistance as you go to do this.
Mm-hmm.
The door opens up, and there you go.
Step in. Al! Al, are you here? Where are you?
So you're not hearing a response after you let a couple of seconds go there. You're noticing that there are four other doors in this room. You're noticing a table here, two wooden trestle tables flanked by benches, kind of pushed together, and you're seeing cattle skulls on the walls, adding to the decor of the room.
Do these stairs go up or down?
They're not stairs. It's a bookshelf.
Oh. All right.
Well, yeah, it's part bookshelf, part like cubby holes for like muddy boots and stuff like that.
Sure.
On the other side.
Sure. All right, I'm just going to make a
storage.
systematic sweep. I'll start over here, this door, open it, check it, arrow drawn when I come in, just in case there's an orc.
All right. As you're doing your sweep, you're going to be able to kind of illuminate all of these spaces. These are all, it looks like kind of renovated bedrooms. Someone took a garage or a stable and kind of repurposed them for guests. But yeah, there's perfectly acceptable and functional rooms in here.
Okay.
No one here, no other exits to the space.
Yeah, all right. I'll pop out and just go over to this thing over here, whatever this structure is.
All right. So as you do that, Rohis, as you are kind of up on the second floor there, what are you looking for?
I'm going kind of room to room just to kind of do a quick sweep to make sure, one, there's no orcs left, and two, to see if there's any catch hands that might need aid.
Okay. So along the south wall here, as you kind of look down, look down these rooms, you're able to kind of push the doors open a little bit. It kind of looks like these might have been the spaces where those orcs came out of. The rooms are, it looked like they've been kind of like tossed, searching for possessions and something like that, but everything is still kind of, the bed's still put together, just disturbed. Are you looking at any of the rooms for anything in particular, or are you just trying to scan for life?
I'm a fighter, so I'm really more just making sure the area is secure. I let more of the smarter people.
All right, give me a perception.
Hey, that's not bad.
Okay. So in those first three rooms, you're not hearing anything visually. It looks like someone left the room in a hurry. Kind of matches up with the spears you saw, or the javelins you saw being tucked down. You're pretty sure there's nobody there. On these, as you kind of turn the corner, you're able to kind of see into these rooms. Doesn't look like these doors were closed; they were just kind of left open. As you peer into them, each of these rooms contains 2 beds and 2 foot lockers. Kind of looks like this might have been where the hired help stayed. And there's a closed door at the north end of this landing that you're at.
Oh, we are here to save you. Is there anybody here that needs help? We'll go up to this door, and I'm not much for subtleties. Is it locked?
It is not locked, and everybody downstairs kind of hears Rohis make this call out as you push it open, I assume?
Yes, rapier in one hand, and I use the other to open.
Okay. Yeah, so you're walking into a pretty large combined space here. It's a large bed, desk on the north wall, kind of a large footlocker at the base of the bed, much larger than the ones in the other room. A table, a lot of papers stacked up on the desk and the table. A fireplace here on the second floor. It looks like it's the same one from you saw from downstairs. There's a large bed, and that wardrobe. There are some landscapes, painted landscapes on some of the walls. Some of them look like they might be from scenes on the farm. Some of them look from elsewhere. As you go towards the north end and you see that desk there. Let's see. Kind of looks like this might be Big Al's office. Ton of ledgers here and papers. Just give it a quick look over. There's
Yeah, I'm
dates
just
that
kind
go
of
back
browsing.
5 years.
Yeah.
So are you looking through those papers, or you just casing the room?
I'm just kind of flipping through just to see if there's any entries that might aid in helping this quest. Yeah.
Okay. Well, with your 18 perception earlier, you're not seeing any signs of life in here. You're not seeing Big Al or any hostiles in here.
Any notes from like the orcs or that Al might have left behind since he's not here?
Give me an investigation check. Okay. These, you're rifling through them, you're giving them the old 10-second speed read per 50 pieces of paper, and then go to the next one. As you kind of sift through these look more like financial ledgers. There's no like spilt blood in this room or anything like that on here. Most of the memos that you find are things like resupply orders for the farm.
Any names I would recognize from like the merchants that resupply? No, supply chain is kind of down right now, or struggling.
Right. I mean, with that investigation, you could tell that Big Al does have transactions in Phandalin. There are some other towns mentioned, Tribor being one of them. But he's more of a local specialty distributor. Doesn't go too far.
Right, well, it does not look like there's anybody else left up here. I will go back down and with my friends. I'll work my way down.
So we'll say it takes you 5 minutes to kind of go through those papers. As you're doing that, Rohis, what are the rest of you doing at the ground level there?
I would have planned to basically head to about kind of the front door from before, sort of right there. That should, if I dash, that should.
So you were kind of following Hested out? But...
Yes.
Okay, yeah, you can go ahead and do that. All right, so you go out to do that. Let's see. You would see, as you were doing that, Hested kind of coming out of the building as he's kind of walking out towards that other object out there on the field. You're able to stare in here and see what he did earlier. There's kind of looks like a converted barn or stable. There's some rooms.
I go, I didn't find anything in there. I don't know. There's got to be like a wine cellar or something. I just can't find access to it.
All right. Orion, Sleek, Umo, Ops, y'all doing anything?
I'm trying very carefully not to break this chain.
Sleek did say he was cooking fish as well.
Okay, yep. Let's see.
We have a quiet Cooper today, school.
That's right, thank you.
I may be concerned about the party splitting and would follow Zoran.
Okay, so you head out, you're able to see what Zoran sees, and Hested relays the message to you about having already cleared the area.
Can you describe this structure to me? What is this thing?
Yeah. So that is, you're looking at some doors, wooden doors that are at like a 15-degree angle that go down or are aimed into the ground, so to speak.
I think I found the cellar. I'm gonna pull on them. Are they locked?
It is not locked.
All right, I'm gonna open it up. Al, are you in there? It's safe. The orcs are dead.
Okay.
And I'll just say back to these guys, I found something. I think it's a cellar, or maybe it's storage.
All right. So you shout that down in there, and you hear a couple of things at the same time. You hear a.
I'll rush downstairs. I think he's down here. I'll rush.
And then you hear. Kroka skull.
Shit. Yeah, I rushed down there anyway.
Okay. Yeah. So
is it dark down there?
So yeah, as you fling this cellar door open and rush down in there, having heard that, I'll say that shout is loud enough for everybody that's outside to hear it.
Yep.
Rohis, you're kind of able to see your friends rushing out the door. Sleek as well.
Did I hear it though?
You didn't hear that sound, but you saw your friends rush up. Sleek, you kind of have gotten your fish cooked to the point where like you've kind of like braised the sides of the tuna more than you had a chance to like fully cook the fish. So you tell me if that's something you're into. But you're able to kind of follow them out as well. Hested, as you rush into this space, yeah, there is no light source in this space. However, as you've left the doors open, the light from outside...
No, I don't want to leave it open. If I notice that there's no light source, I'm going to close it behind me. I'm going to close it behind me. I don't need a light source. I'm better off without it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, give me a second here.
You are closing the door behind you, between you and your party members. Is this
Yes.
what we're understanding?
That is
you are
correct.
closing
I would
the
like
door so your party members are outside of the door and you are inside.
That's correct, because I would like it to be dark where I'm at.
I just want to confirm.
Now, if there's a light source in this room, I won't do that. But if I don't see any light source at all, like if I think that closing this door will plunge me into actual darkness, I will close the door.
Okay. The action of lifting it, shouting, and then hearing those sounds and then closing it is going to be kind of like a compound maneuver. But
Yeah,
you're
sure.
definitely able to do it, and it just kind of takes, I don't know, 10 seconds rather than 6.
Yeah.
As you're in here, your line of sight is kind of just the top half of the staircase.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's completely dark.
Sweet.
You know that you may have an advantage in the space. You hear the sound of rushing feet.
So I'm going to try, because I know my buddies are about to get in here, right? And I'm invisible because I'm a Gloomstalker, so I know they can't see me. So I'm going to try to get next to this orc here. In the hopes of rescuing this guy once these guys open the door as a distraction. So I'm going to get sort of, as I'm pinging the map, I'm going to try to move myself down here in the darkness.
Give me a dex save. This is going to be kind of hard.
Stealth check?
No, give me a dex save of 13 as 3 of these guys rush up the stairs, and you have to avoid
Sure.
kind of getting clotheslined by them.
Awesome.
As they don't see you, but are rushing up.
18.
Yeah, okay, you're able to kind of hug a corner,
Mm-hmm.
and they rush past you.
Sure. I just want to get. I actually want to get right in front, literally standing right in front of him. So I'm within 5 feet of both these guys.
Sure. Give me a stealth check with advantage.
Because I'm invisible. Hang on. Advantage. It did not give me advantage for some reason. Let me try it again. And the next one is a little bit better. 9,
man.
14. 14 on the second one. So.
Okay. They, with their passive, with 14,
Mm-hmm.
they don't know you're there. It's about at this time, everybody that's outside, you're hearing yelling coming from the entrance space that you just saw your friend go down. I'd say Rohis and Sleek, if you want to, you could have cleared the corner here.
I didn't know how far you wanted us to get before all the actions start happening.
I mean, you can get to about where Ops is, and Ops can get to as close to the cellar as Ops wants and the rest of that group. But as that starts to happen, the group that just brushed past you, Hested, they're going to fling the cellar doors open.
Yeah, I figured that was going to happen, so I'm going to attack from darkness before that happens against these guys as quickly as I can. The second I'm in position, those guys have passed me. I figure they're going out the other way. I'm just going to try to take these guys out before they see me.
Sure. Yeah. Go ahead and give me attack.
All right. So I assume I have advantage, and
Oh,
this is the first round of combat, so I can do the Gloomstalker thing.
We'll call this a surprise round.
Okay. So I don't get the extra attack this turn?
No, you would get it.
Oh, great. Awesome. So I will... the first attack goes on this guy.
Yep.
And this is with a short sword because I don't think I can do this with... yeah. Never mind. I already moved here. So short sword. Plus 5 to hit.
You had time to quickly be wherever you wanted to be.
Yeah.
Once
Short
you made that
sword with
dodge.
Advantage. So... Oh, I don't know why that's giving me a -3.
That's probably your sharpshooter.
Yeah, I have that. 14
So 14.
to hit this dude right here.
Yep, hits.
Awesome. I will hit him again with the extra attack from whatchamacallit. Well, let me roll damage on that one, see if I drop him.
You do, Bob.
No sharpshooter damage there, so just 8 piercing.
Okay. Yeah, this guy takes a slash and howls out in pain.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow up with another one on him. This one will be the attack from being a Gloomstalker.
Yep.
And 22.
Yep.
And it does 9 more piercing.
Yep, you see this guy falls into a bloody state, completely unaware what's going on. And as he kind of looks up and tries to figure out where you are, the other pack is able to open the doors, fling them open. There's dim light in here.
Is he still standing?
He is.
I'll do the bonus action.
Did you...
Short sword.
Did the second strike have your D8?
Oh, no. Hang on. Let me... Another 3.
Okay, with that, this one completely collapses.
I will hit this other one with the other short sword attack, with the bonus action short sword attack with my left hand. So
Okay.
a 17
Yep, that'll hit.
and 7 piercing. Nope, 4 piercing because I don't get my bonus to damage. So 4.
Okay. Yeah. And let's see.
Initiative.
Yep, let's do some initiative. Let me make sure that before you guys roll it, that I clear out the previous one, because I made that mistake before.
I would like to ask you that. I'm just sad about a 1 initiative.
Right, go and roll.
That's much better.
Kitty.
Outside party, your combat's happening simultaneously. The cellar doors are open, and if you want to, you can transition to the bottom map. You don't really know what's going on down there. Everybody can move forward 30 feet on the grid as you start this combat if you want to. As everybody kind of gets their initiative rolls in.
30 feet before our initiative turn?
I'm saying, because you're on 2 different maps right now.
Right, right.
I'm trying to explain that, like, you guys can move forward 30 feet before we start combat. That's just where you were when they rushed out the door. So, you don't have to. Because you guys have some flexibility. The transition between exploration and combat, I don't want you to be penalized just because you weren't, like...
In other words, if you were still moving when they were coming through the door, you can move closer.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, then I'll definitely move my 30 feet.
Okay. I'll assume everybody's where they want to be, and that everybody's rolled. Let's go ahead and sort. Okay. I'm gonna put some... Give me a second here. Cool. All right. It looks like the orcs actually did a pretty good job on their initiative roll. So, Hested, this guy can now see you.
Mm-hmm.
But he's already bleeding out a little bit as he goes to try and avenge his brother there.
Good.
Pulls out a great axe.
Oh yeah, that'll hit.
All right. And then he's gonna stay where he's at. Mm-hmm. And then Red is gonna, after rushing out here, see you guys. He's gonna chuck a javelin at. Let's see. You can't really see past this really tall furbolg. So, and he's gonna go to kind of. Well, he wanted to, but he goes to guard the cellar and runs out of Umo's range to kind of guard it and block the entrance. Umo, you get a op attack on it if you want.
Oh, no rage. Not yet.
Alright, that'll connect. Alright, yeah. You make him pay for running away from you. And... that was it. Alright, noted. Thank you, Hested. And Ops, you're up.
Okay, I will be running forward to engage.
Okay. As you approach, you see these creatures here are orcish in nature. Very elongated claws. They have this very savage countenance upon them. These are... you also notice that they're female. And they have a different variation of face paint on than some of the orcs that you've met up to this point.
I will strike at this first one, this orange.
Okay.
At the same time saying I will be apologizing for hurting you.
Okay. Orange is gonna try and use its claws to deflect that blow, and it's not gonna land.
Okay. I don't have anything.
All right,
have
Umo, you're up.
Okay, I'll rage up. Oh, and go back after Red.
All right. Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay, 18 hits. Okay.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. You end this one in a bloody pulp.
That's it.
Okay. Any more movement you want to do?
No, I'll stand right here, and actually, I'll move too close to the door.
Okay. Yeah. You kind of step over this corpse, and there's now blood kind of flowing down the wooden stairs into the space. Let's see. Hested, you're back up.
Yeah, bonus action, Hunter's Mark this guy, since I lost concentration on it, so shake my head and try to refocus on this guy. and then just come at him with a short sword.
Okay, it's gonna miss as he kind of tries to deflect it.
No, I think the pup is gonna help me out. Happy birthday. For another +8. It's 19.
Yeah, on second wind there, you're gonna strike true.
All right. So a total of 10 piercing on this guy.
Okay. Yeah, and with that, you see him fall into a bloodied state.
All right. Cool. Any chance it's possible for me to shove this guy out of my way so I can get between him and the orc, or no?
No, now that you're closer to him, you can see like he's heavily bound, not just by one set of ropes, but by 3.
All right. Oh. Cool. That's it.
He's pretty anchored down.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Orion, you're up.
Alright, just gonna step out here, unhinge his jaw again, take a deep breath, see if mass cold magic here just in his maw, creating a big ass ball, and he will breathe out a chromatic orb on the orange orc here at level 2.
All right. So that's a
Oh, hold on, that's wrong,
Great
wrong
roll.
spell. That's wrong spell.
Oh, same damage.
I would give it to you, but you did ops. Oh, you didn't need it. All right, roll damage.
Nice.
All right, so 20, 31.
Splat.
I'm counting 31. All right, yeah. You wrecked this guy up pretty good. He's got some frost nailing him his boots down a little bit there. Well, she actually. Yeah, not bloodied yet. Definitely frosty though.
And that's it.
All right, Zoran.
Okay, I'll move over to about here. Kind of summon a psychic dagger in my hand and throw it at the same one.
Okay.
And I'll use my pupspiration.
All right. Okay, yeah. Summoning some extra fortitude in your throwing arm, you're able to connect on the strike. Go ahead and roll me damage. Okay. So, as you do that, you notice that this creature was just barely above the bladed range and instantly starts bleeding out where you struck it. Zoran, you do notice a change overcome her as her eyes start turning red, and looks like she's moving, getting ready to move a lot more ferociously than she might have at first. Anything else?
Okay. No, that's it.
Okay. Alright, we will do yellow first here. Yellow's gonna... Let's see. Yellow's gonna go right here and swing at Umo. You see that the claws come out. It's not an advantage. And a second slash. So 2 strikes there to Umo. From yellow. Then orange is going to strike at you, Ops. I want them to roll both in case there's a reason, so I don't have to toggle it. Alright, Ops, you take, well, I don't know if those hit you. But this blood fury that's in its eyes, you notice it kind of gets a second wind of strikes as it swings again at you. 2 more times. This orange one seems to be behaving a lot more erratically than the one. And Rohis, you're up.
Okay, so orange is looking pretty damaged. I'm going to rush up. I have both my rapiers out, and I'm going to take a swing at orange first. I doubt we have Bless anymore, right? I don't think Bless is.
No, Bless would have failed.
Alright, so it's 21. And,
Okay, so your 21 will definitely connect for 4 damage.
And if it's still standing, I will bonus action with my offhand second attack on orange.
Okay, yeah, that will also connect. Still standing. Still kind of enraged a little bit.
Sure. Well, trim your nails. That's my turn.
Alright, Sleek, you're up.
Guess I'll BRB earlier. I don't know. Sneak back.
Oh, he's
Okay,
back.
He's there.
Coop, you're up if you...
He's
Sleek,
probably typing.
I gave you enough movement speed to be within 30 feet of these guys if you want. Through your range before combat, so you can get within melee of any of these guys if you need to. Magic Rage. Okay. So let's see what you roll.
That's fun.
Okay. Let's see. You teleport up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space you can see. So your rage ends. You can use this effect again on each of your turns as bonus action. So you immediately have a teleport, a Misty Step, right now. Alright, checking a hand axe. I'm gonna assume it's at Orange Star, and 15 will hit, yeah. Okay. Because it's a ranged attack, I don't think Rage moves over to this. I'm gonna put 4.
Only 4.
Alright, so there's a hand axe flying over your shoulder. Well, actually, yeah, Sleek's tall enough. Over your shoulder. Let me know if there's anything else, Sleek, you wanted to do. But I think that was your action and your bonus action. So, the orcs are up, but the orcs are dead. We're gonna...
Nope, I have one on me.
Oh, do you? That
Mhm.
was dumb, because I just pulled
Pink
him out
is
of
still
initiative.
alive. Yeah, Pink is still alive. I hope he's not alive for long, but...
Right. Well, we'll just delete him now, and just get rid of him.
Yeah, he still hits me though. Ouch.
Yep, swings a great axe at you, and then Ops, you're up. All right, Ops is hitting orange here. 13. Don't think we'll hit. Yep, a 13 is gonna miss this creature as it kind of shimmies, but you're gonna muster up some extra strength. Yep, that'll connect. Go ahead and roll damage. Okay, she looks like she's kind of on her last leg as you smash her with a warhammer. All right, Umo, you're up.
All right, I'm gonna go after yellow.
Yep, that'll hit. Your maul catching her in the right flank there. You're out 14 damage. Whew. Looks at you and
I would like to hit her again, but I can't. Stand right here with me.
Hested locked in a pretty rough fight with this orc. Lashes out with his main hand. 25 was a crit. For a total of a lot. 11, 16.
orc no more.
Yeah, so he just runs this guy through in the chest and leaves his sword there and drops the other short sword. Looks at the guy and says, "Don't move," and pulls his bow and runs up the stairs for his movement action. Best as I can.
Cool deal. I'll let you go ahead and do that movement while we move on to Ryan.
I'm just gonna target the orange elf again, or not elf, orc, and cast.
Yep, the one that's barely standing there.
Yeah.
I am tan, but I'm not that orange. York.
I'll ask you that. Why not?
Down.
Okay.
All right. Feels like the dice has spoken. This one's very tenacious on its last sliver of health. Doran.
Be a repeat of last time. I'll summon a psychic knife and just chuck it at him.
Yep. Yeah, that'll connect. Okay. Yeah, there's a kind of a guttural as she collapses. Oop. And brought him off the thing. Anything else, Warren?
No, that's it. I'll actually stay put too.
Okay. Let me back on token layer so it shows in the initiative order. Go to that. And then I'll just move them away. This one's dead. Alright, this one's left. It's gonna come around. 1 slash at Umo and 1 slash at So 22 to Umo and the 19 to Ops.
Ooh.
And we'll just start panting with exertion. Prohis?
Right, I will step over this body and take 2 swings at. Oh yeah.
Yep. So yeah, that first strike, right there in the back, unable to parry with the claws. The second strike following up, and yeah, hurting pretty bad here, but kind of waving its claws in every direction, kind of fend off your multi-point attack here.
You are tougher than your friends, but you won't go down the same. And that's it.
Alright, Sleek, you're up.
Sleek.
Sleek, you there?
Charge!
There he is.
There it is.
I'm going to move and reckless attack.
All right. This orc is looking very nervous as you all start to surround it on all sides. And there's a dead orc corpse kind of falling into the cellar there. Yeah, definitely gonna hit. Okay. Yeah, Sleek, with this attack, you carve her up pretty good, but also notice that her eyes turn red, and she seems to be more frantic than she was before your hit.
Alright, bonus action teleport on 30 feet.
Yeah.
Well, up to 30 feet, and will have to be exactly 30.
Yep.
And
Misty stepping, I guess, or something.
yep.
It's your cool thing, your cool rage.
Just so you can run in again. I love it.
All right, the skirmisher barbarian is born. Ops, you're up. All right, that's not going to connect. Just barely. Well, as you do, kind of tighten your grip and connect. Go ahead and roll damage. Okay. Yeah, she can't feel the left side of her body anymore. You guys have kind of beaten that side quite a bit. Almost on the last legs there. If there's nothing else, Umo, you're up.
Oh wow, it's pretty tough. Another swing.
Yep. Okay. Yep. So again, on the last legs here, definitely bloodied and bleeding.
Wow, that's it for me.
All right. Hested, you see blood flowing down the stairs, and you can see the heads of some of your allies.
Yeah, I'll pop up and just fire as I get up close. I will bonus action Hunter's Mark this one here. And I will do a sharpshooter shot. And try to hit her.
Okay, ops noted.
Oh, that was terrible. I don't know that there's any fixing that. And I will miss. I will miss.
Okay.
I'll give you my pop. So
Sure.
roll a d10.
I don't think I can hit her even with a 10. If I roll a 10, it's only gonna be 14. I don't think I'm just gonna hit her. I think she needs. I think I need a 15. Don't waste it. Don't waste it. If you have an ashy, I'll do that, but I don't think a pup will help.
I mean, she's basically dead. I don't know if you want to blow the resource.
Yeah, let's not worry about it. I just missed.
Ops, you kind of got a duck as your friend Hested shoots uncomfortably close to your ear. Oh, Ryan, you're up.
Alright. Let's take another big, deep breath and hope for the best. Jesus.
Oh, man.
That was the time on Sprockets when we miss.
You know, I will pop that, though, just because.
Look at you.
Oh, nice.
Hey, well, you're gonna connect. Okay, you freeze her wrist, and one of her hands is just frozen over. Can't extend the claws, can't do much, but she's still standing. Zoran, you're up.
Same as last time, I'll move over here to get more of a straight shot, and I'm just gonna summon a psychic knife and do a throat shot.
Okay.
Okay. That's it. I don't have an ashy or anything, so.
What are you
Okay.
destroying, champion? Oh my god.
Alright, you see her just bleeding out, one claw, but her eyes just go red with this berserkish frenzy, and she's just gonna swing wildly in a circle here. So this will be one hit to each of you. We'll start. Let's see, Umo, Ops, Rohis. Let's see. Umo, Ops,
Is he
Rohis.
hitting me?
Yes, Ops, you're getting the second attack. They're not at advantage. I just rolled twice, so I can, if there's a reason. And then let's see. 1 is Ops, 2 is Rohis. All right. 3 and 4 would have been Umo. So 1 more claw strike. As just a frenzy of claws. All right, Rohis, can you take her down? Let's see. Okay. She's desperately still standing. This is. She knows that she's not going to last this round. This is more of like a
Can I
pride.
ask you that one?
Yeah, this is more of a pride thing for y'all. It's not gonna. The 13 won't hit. You can,
Puppet.
and it'll hit if you do that.
There's finally a decent number.
Okay. As she's whirling around, frost on her one claw, just kind of like spinning in circles. Left side, totally worn out. How do you do this?
First I trim those nails. They are very ugly and very scary after slicing me a couple times. And I just stab her straight through the throat.
And collapses in a heap. So yeah.
Did.
And
You okay? You disappeared.
I'm good. 2 more dead down there, and our guy's down there too. He's alive.
Ah, perfect. We can go home.
And I'll
Well, relatively speaking.
gimp downstairs.
Yep. You guys can kind of friendly move downstairs. So let's see. I'll grab y'all. Yeah.
I'm gonna cut his bindings if it's rope. If it's not, I'll have to wait till somebody who can pick a lock can come down.
Yeah, it's just a lot of rope. It'll take you a bit of time.
Sure. I'll just pull out a dagger and cut it.
With a couple of you working together, it takes about a minute.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. We were sent by the town master at Fendelin.
I don't understand. How did he know to send you?
I don't know. Rumors of an orc attack.
Be a good question for him.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
That would
Are you
be a
you
good
wounded?
question.
Are you wounded?
I am. And you see that he has been beaten bad.
You look pretty rough. Yeah, look, we've cleared the rest of the orcs unless you know there's more. All the ones that were in your meeting hall, they're dead.
But you don't regain any of the hit points if you've lost them.
Yeah.
So, because I don't have Channel Divinity up anymore.
Got it. Thanks.
Does he need healing?
Oh no, I'm good. I just wondered if I needed to add him back or not.
Oh, I meant Big Al.
Give me an insight check, please.
Wow.
He looks rough, but as you see, he kind of starts moving around a little bit. He gives off that air of it's only a flesh wound, it'll be fine. But he would appreciate anything that you want to give him.
Heston will reach into his pouch and pull out some berries and say some words over them after sort of holding onto that holy symbol to me, Leaky, and cast Good Berry. His last spell slot.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I don't know what I would have done if you hadn't showed up when you did. And you notice that he is a big dude. He very much is his namesake. He is a big dude. You get the feeling that he probably might have been a fighter at some point, just from the looks of him.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, "You said you cleared the house."
Yeah.
Oh, thank God. Thank God. What about the fields and the barn and the?
We haven't been to the barn, but we took out the ones that were on the road. We've killed, I don't know what, a dozen or more? I look around.
I call out to Big Al. I found a cow.
Wait, you... What did she look like?
Got a bell.
Did she have...
It-
Did she
She
have
looks like a
initials on her?
cow.
Did she have letters on her?
Yeah. Yeah, they're all your animals. We found some horses.
You found Petunia? You did? Oh, thank God. Oh, I didn't know what I was gonna do without her. I can't.
I'd like to look around these boxes if I can.
You see, he just bursts into tears.
Oh.
Don't have a cow, man.
I have to have a cow. I can't turn a profit without a cow. Without Petunia.
What makes Petunia so special?
She's my prize cow, of course, but she is also the one that makes the dairy that makes our butter skulls, of course. It allows me to make my skulls.
She makes butter skulls?
Well, she makes the milk that I turn into butter and turn into the skulls. Yes, of course.
He has your most complete attention right now.
I like to try some.
Hey, you mentioned a barn?
Mm-hmm.
Where's it at?
Outside, you would have seen it. It's quite large. You would have seen it on your way to the house, if it's still there.
Is it the thing that they converted into rooms? Is that what you're talking? Is that what you're referring to? Did that look like a barn? It did look like a barn, didn't it? It looks like you converted that into rooms, right?
No, there's actually a barn.
Oh.
Was that the structure that was on fire as we were coming in? I think I saw
don't
smoke
remember.
in the distance.
Oh no. I hope the other animals were able to get out.
We found some pigs. I'll go out the door and look for the barn. Is it still burning?
Cause? Is it still burning?
There's not an active, as you kind of come back out of the cellar and kind of peer across the fields. It's not. There's no active fires on the property. As you came upon the property, you kind of saw the tail end of kind of like a smoke signal-esque without the planning. It's just kind of smoldering.
All right. I'm going to investigate the barn with an arrow knocked. If there are more orcs, that's a problem. So.
I would be following him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to.
You got anything left, Ryan?
Will you be okay down here, Al, while we search the rest of the ranch?
Got anything left?
I will,
I'm just.
If I can borrow a weapon, I will go with you. I don't have anything on me.
I yank my.
Everything away.
I yank my short sword out of the orc and hold it to him hilt first. Here.
Thank you.
I'll pick up my other one and sheath it.
Since I'm using my one-handed hammer, can I give him my two? Just kidding. That was the joke.
You do see, and Kaz just put it into chat, that there are butter skulls that line the room, and they're coated with wax.
Mm-hmm.
And there's more in those boxes.
Okay, I don't think I have any use for those, so I was just curious.
Asus, have you gone through the house and everything? You said you cleared them out. Did you go through my room, my office?
we've cleared out all the orcs. Yeah, there's nothing left in the main house. We need to go check the barn though.
But yes, I went into your office and I looked for any notes. Oh, it looked like it had been searched and some things that might have been upturned, but did not do a thorough investigation. I was merely looking to see if there's any signs that would use to help find you.
Well, if that is the case, if one of you would be so kind as to go with me, I would like to go see if they took my armor with them.
I'll go with
Yeah, I'll go. Do.
Instead, I will follow with you. We're going
Yeah.
into the house.
Umo, come with me too. Sleek, go with Orion.
Okay.
Can I do a sleight of hand to grab one of those butters?
Umo, you can take one.
I go take one, and I grab two.
Hey, I want one too.
He nods.
I have no concept of numbers, so two of them just sounded right. So
I'll take me some. Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you.
Wait, my fits! I run quickly to check to see my fits is still good.
Did he burn his fish during the combat? Or is Sleek's fish still okay?
I think that Sleek left cooking.
Uh-huh.
Oh boy.
Combat didn't take that long, so I'm just wondering.
You know, Sleek, you're starting to see some smoke pour out the front of the structure that you exited.
Ah, great.
Keep in mind that that is a wooden structure.
Oh no.
So is everybody leaving the cellar?
Yeah.
Alright, let me
Yes.
drag you back on the other map. Well, let's see.
Since we don't actually have to go and to physically go to the room, he will actually take whoever follows Big Al up to his room/office, and as he does, he actually asks you to please, after seeing that there's no one in the room, he asks that you all step back out of the room. As he says, I have a hidden spot, and I want to make sure that no one else knows where it is, if you don't mind.
Could I do a stealth check to go right back in? Follow him in there?
Well, he would notice that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Do you have a way? I mean,
Unless you're casting like invisibility or something, he's
Yeah.
gonna
No,
notice
nothing
you're
like that.
in the room with him.
you could slip in, but he's gonna see. So,
Okay.
So he goes in, and it doesn't take very long at all before you all hear the sound of rustling, and then you hear the sound of metal against wood as he comes carrying out a set of armor. Chainmail, to be specific. But it doesn't look quite as... Either he's a lot stronger than you were led to believe, or it's not as heavy as you thought it was. Or you assume it was. Because he does not look like he is struggling, really, to carry this.
He's stronger, sure, but he's still got popped by a bunch of orcs.
All right, as Big Al comes out to present, or with this garment, Big Al says,
This is... Well, you have saved my life and the life of Petunia and my farm. Well, most of it anyway. As he kind of looks out the window and looks towards the barn. He says, this is the least that I can do is please accept this as a reward for bringing back Petunia and saving my life. As he hands over a set of chainmail of the mithril variety.
Ooh, shiny.
Whoa.
yeah. This is specifically mithril chain armor. The handout says the generic for mithril, but for everybody's notes, and we'll get it to you a little bit later.
So it's the heavy armor version?
It's the heavy armor version, yes.
Okay.
But yeah, as you all kind of have the opportunity to kind of wrap up some loose ends on the farm, Big Al kind of requests that you bring his he wants to confirm that the farm animals are okay, specifically the cow that Umo brought in. Is there anything y'all want to do in the farmhouse or conversations you want to have real quick? Or
we were going to investigate the barn to make sure there were no more orcs.
Right.
Okay, let me move y'all over to that map. All right.
There, I fixed it so that it just shows specifically chainmail. So.
Okay. Alright, so you all were going to head over to the barn, which Big Al tells you is this direction. You can see it across the pond. You're seeing... there's not really a trail of smoke in the air anymore, as you guys have kind of been here on the farm for a couple of hours at this point. You also see across the pond a smaller structure that's been completely demolished, and what Hested was looking for earlier over here looks like that's where the outhouse is.
Great. Yeah, I guess we're just gonna go to the barn, make sure there are no more orcs. You said it was over here.
Okay.
I'm definitely with you on that.
And are y'all taking the lower path over?
Should we take the upper path and maybe check out that structure on the way?
Yeah, we may as well. Take the long way around.
Okay.
I go through the pond.
Are you trying to catch more fish?
Nope, just getting wet.
Okay. Do you have swim speed?
No.
Oh, okay. I was wondering if turtles do.
He does. It's called half of his regular speed.
Okay, no, that's fine.
How do turtles not have a swim speed? That's what I want to know.
Alright, let's see. As you guys kind of go along this path, you're seeing, you see a couple more of, especially over the pond, this is a spot that's not obscured by crops, so you can actually get a bigger view, especially of the pasture land that you're kind of headed towards. You're seeing, there was a couple of pigs that made it up this far, stare at you, but relatively calm. Doesn't look like there's any, blood on the ground like when you came in. As you approach this structure, you're able to tell that this is the destroyed smithy that was mentioned to you by Big Al. It's kind of in ruins. It looks like this was somewhere where there's no blood splattered anywhere, but it was definitely raided by the orcs.
Yeah.
kind of get a feeling that this might be where they grabbed a couple of extra javelins.
Sure. All right.
As you continue to make your way over, give me an investigation check as you kind of get closer to the barn.
All of us?
Anybody that wants to. Anybody that's looking.
Hey, at 18.
Umo can investigate the bottom of the pond. It's whatever. Okay. Let's see. Hested and Ops and Rohis, as you all approach. Ping on the right layer, so you guys can actually see the ping. As you guys approach, yeah, this is the barn. It looks like 3 times the size of what was kind of attached to the farmhouse and the converted structure that you saw, Hested, and the rest of you as you followed Hested. So it kind of looks like this was a replacement of something that was originally built onto that house. It's a lot of rubble. Well, you know, it was mostly made of wood, so it looks like the orcs kind of slash and burned kind of on their way to the farmhouse. You don't see any blood here. Let's see. You don't find anything of value. You do unfortunately find a horse that looks like it got trapped under a support beam and it didn't make it.
Okay.
Yeah. No, and it's got flies swarming over it. Didn't make it.
Yeah. All right. That's it. Then I guess we'll head back over to him.
Any of did we find any survivors or the ranch hands along the way? Alive or dead?
Well, you found, as you were coming in to the ranch, you recall that you found some ranch hands, which I must have cleared off the map. So they were here-ish.
They were dead.
Yeah, I remember a few dead ones on the way in. I just wondered if there's any.
You remember, now that you've spoken with Big Al, you recall that he mentioned he had 5 ranch hands?
Mm-hmm.
And you only saw 4 corpses at that intersection?
Mm-hmm.
It's not hard to kind of connect the dots. That ranch hand that is unaccounted for might be the reason why there was a call to help at its location.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Anything else you'd like to do?
No, just make sure he's okay. He's got to write us a letter. We need proof that you're alive. Unless you want to come back to Fendalen, your farm's kind of trashed.
It is. It is pretty trashed. Well, I guess based on the look of the house and everything, I should probably just come with you since I'm gonna need supplies and whatnot anyway.
There's also a dragon about. It's probably going to start zeroing in on your cattle if you're not careful, and your horses.
Okay, I get that. Well, if you don't mind me coming back with you, I will travel back with you then.
I look around. Does anybody have an objection?
Oh no, I think that is a wise idea.
Yeah, why not?
Just curious, do you happen to speak Orc? And wondering, maybe even if they spoke Common, did Orcs say anything about where they came from or why they attacked?
I don't. I'm sorry. That's one of those languages that, well, I was told to take in school, but chose, to take Celestial instead, and well, unfortunately, it hasn't paid off as much as I had hoped.
No worries, no worries.
All right. Well, it's a ways back to Fendalen, so we should get going before the more orcs come.
Great. Is it how late in the day is it?
So, when you headed out from Coneyberry's, it took you 1.5 hours because of the detour to town. It's taken you quite a bit of time to explore. We'll say that you didn't take a short rest or anything like that, so we'll say you've been on the farm for about 2 hours. So it's a little after midday. Yeah. We'll say you've got about 5 hours of daylight left. You know that Coneyberry is, with a straight march, 2 hours away. Those are the ruins that you camped at.
Yeah, it's just a couple hours.
Maybe a quick short rest, snack to eat, and then the road. Maybe get to the ones before dark.
Yeah, I got your snack right here. I take out my flask and wave it at him.
I go, is that water?
It has water in it.
I trot over to you.
Here, take a sip.
Take a sip. Ah!
That stuff you can buy at the inn.
That water's bad.
That's good. Puts hair on your chest.
Here, try with some butter fish jerky.
Oh man, nom 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 nom.
You say butter, fish, jerky?
Yes, it's delicious.
Why would you put... Wait, how did you make jerky out of fish?
Even I don't know.
You never had fish jerky? It's good stuff.
No, because that's not a thing.
Reach into my pouch, pull out some dried fish. That's not bad.
Oh my god.
All right. Are y'all taking a short rest here? That's kind of what I heard.
Oh yeah, at least.
I think it's probably a good idea.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I need one.
Big Al, do you have any provisions we might be able to take on the road? It is a couple days to get to Fendlin.
From the looks of this place, I don't think so. Not anymore.
So, let's see. Those of you that scouted the kitchen know that there was food supplies in there that orcs had kind of gone through, but I mean, there was a lot stored up. There's also literally an orchard full of apples and corn that's not quite ripe, but still edible in all these fields. In fact, you kind of get the feeling that the pigs that you've been seeing, they're probably not going to wander too far from the farm. No need to kind of herd them up, simply because given free reign of the farm, they're just going to sit there and eat, the low-hanging corn that they can.
I got lots of butter, though.
So there's a lot of food here. As you guys kind of hit the bunks where the stable hands, the ranch hands used to use.
I got lots of butter.
Yeah, lots of butter.
I already ate mine.
There's more.
Man, we're killing it with our hit dice roll. Jeeves.
Holy shit.
Wow. Wow.
Where was that like 20 minutes ago?
I
One.
fired the dice since then.
How many is that?
Oh man.
1, 2, 3.
This is the kind of
4,
service
5,
you get when DMS is involved.
Uh-huh.
Max rolls some
It's
hit dice.
butter. The butter is so good.
6 of us rolled maximum hit dice. That's hilarious.
See.
6 out of 7. Yeah, no, we'll just we'll chill out for a little bit and get some energy back, and then bandage up some wounds. I'll eat another good berry, and then we'll head out to the back to Fendalen.
Okay. Big Al is going to take Petunia and the 3 horses. He's going to ride one. You guys are welcome to ride the other 2.
There is a cart that he would load up with the butter skulls, though. If
Oh, hey,
it's-
is there room in that cart for some butts? That'd be
I was
nice.
gonna say if it's still around. I don't know if it is around. Is the cart still in one piece?
Yeah, it would be because the orcs had pulled it around back of the farmhouse to, if they decided to leave, kind of throw all the loot in it. So yeah, you do find one at the. You would have found it actually as you walked the north path to get over to the destroyed farm.
Because he's gonna want to take as many butter skulls as he can to go try to sell them in town to make up some money for other repairs and whatnot that he's now going to need to do.
So with that, is everybody ready to head back to town?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sure.
Let's get. Can I get Kane and Bob to roll me Just Cause?
Oh no.
To roll what?
Click on your character's token and there is a Just Cause button that pops up in the top left-hand corner. And roll a Just Cause.
Where is it? Oh, no, I don't.
So, you know where the initiative button is when you click on your token?
Yeah.
It should be
Yeah.
right next to that. It says Just Cause.
Yeah.
Looks like it's just a d20 roll.
It is just a d20 roll. So if you want to just roll a d20, you can do that too.
I'll roll a d20.
Okay. Alright, you got a 13 and a 14 there, Cause.
Okay.
Huh.
Y'all are able to set off. Easily enough. I want to put you guys on the Sword Coast map. Because you have already done this travel, we're not going to make you do rolls for every night. You already did survival rolls for this path, so you know how to get back. So you guys are able to, because of your short rest there, make it to Coneyberry by nightfall. And because of the way that you slotted out your timing, you actually can use the same resting places that you did, which makes it even easier for you to get back to town because you've kind of already scouted the layers of those lands. And 2.5, the rest of this day, and then 2 more days, you're able to make it back to town. You guys have had some long rests, so you can replenish all your resources. As you come into town, you notice that a couple of structures on the north-facing end of town are covered in ice. As you kind of get closer and closer, you see a couple of the... Boy, it's more of a local militia / volunteer kind of situation, but you kind of see not a rebuilding effort, but an ice chipping effort. You see quite a few of them have like big bandages, like lashed around, heavy weaves around their arms, their foreheads. And as you come back into town, you with your past perceptions and stuff, kind of walk through the town gates. You hear that there was a attack on the actual city. This is the first time this has happened. The town itself is really, really frantic because of this activity. As you guys come into town, apparently this happened about 2.5 days ago, as you guys had left the ranch, and there were actual civilian casualties this time, as the dragon grabbed a horse and a rider and took off.
Which direction did he go in?
Give me a Are you asking how are you getting that information?
I'm just gonna ask around. I mean, the place is covered in ice. I'm sure somebody saw it.
Give me a persuasion check. Ask them for information while they're trying to like frantically work and rebuild and stuff like that. Okay, yeah, easy enough. It takes a couple of question attempts because some people were just too out of their mind. You guys are adventurers and kind of seasoned under pressure, but some of the people here are just trying to make a living, prospectors and things of that nature. But eventually, you tease out the answer that the dragon actually headed north and west towards a very large city, very fast.
Towards Neverwinter?
If it flew along the same direction of the high road, but everybody's vision is only so far. They can only make so many guesses.
And how long ago was this?
You tease out that it was about 2.5 days ago.
I'm gonna try to find out who was taken, who we lost.
Damn it.
Okay.
See if I can.
As you try and collect additional information, how are you getting that?
I'm just gonna ask some people that I know, sort of on the DL.
Roll me just a persuasion or any kind of social check to tease out those rumors. Zipped back from fiction.
Persuasion, charisma, 7.
Okay. You don't get a name. You just know that it was an adventurer.
It was an adventurer. Okay, it wasn't a
Yeah.
local. It wasn't a local. All right.
Yeah, it wasn't a local. It looks. Well, with that, that's all you're really able to tease out.
Sure.
Nobody really knows who it was.
That's actually the most important question. All right.
And if we had been here, we. Damn it.
You think you get to talk to that of killing those people?
No. Yeah, probably not. It was worth a shot, though.
So, I was half dead when I encountered this thing way back in the winter, but is that the general direction of where I used to live, or is that a different direction that it flew off in?
Were you up by Neverwinter?
Well, I was in Neverwinter Woods, I think. Let me look at my Sword Coast map here.
So, based on your background and the accounts that you're trying to put together, it's too hard to tell. You're listening to some of these people didn't actually witness it, and there was a huge amount of panic in this town. They haven't been attacked. It was northwest-ish. The woods extend north and west. The coast extends north and west. I mean, it's too tough to tell.
All right.
But I think with that, Susan, what do you think about us heading to a break?
I believe that would be a very good place to take a break. So we will, in fact, take our break right here, and then when we get back, we will see what else they need to do within Phandalin and see what comes of our adventuring party. So we will be right back in just a few minutes.
Hey, guys.
Okay, and we are back within DMS Adventures Tavern, back within the city of Phandalin, where our adventuring party has just returned from Butterskull Ranch to find that the town had been attacked by the dragon. And after sustaining some damage to the northern part of town, and at least one casualty that you were aware of, you find yourselves within the town proper. Who is headed to Stonehill Inn, and who is headed to the Town Master's Hall?
Yeah, I'll tag along.
I will go to the town master, see if he is earning his title.
Okay.
Hashtag he's not.
Hashtag he's the worst, yeah.
To the food. That's what I'm heading.
Okay, so I assume the barbarians are both going to the tavern.
Yep.
Yep. That's fair. That's fair. We'll say that let's see here. We'll say Zoran goes with him to the tavern, while Upswarden, Rohis, let's see, Orion, and I was going to say the rest of you, huh? Because you guys said, yeah, the rest of you said you were going to the Town Master. Okay. All right, so you show up at the Town Master's Hall in the center of town.
Yep.
So, passing the quest board as you do. You said you are knocking on his door with an arrow?
Yeah, that's pretty much how it's going to go. I'm going to step back from his door and call to him first.
Okay.
I'll be like, Town Master, we've completed one of your missions. We brought back your rancher. We expect to be paid. Can you come out and pay us?
Okay. As you do so, you again, as soon as you say Town Master, you hear him say, if you're a dragon, know I'm far too thin and bony to make a good meal.
Yeah, the period to the end of his sentence will be an arrowhead that drives through his door. Whack!
I also found his statement to be kind of offensive.
Yeah.
He says,
How about you come out and do your job?
I am doing my job.
Are you? From back there?
I am.
People are dead. Thwack! It's a really tight pattern. He's making a triangle.
He says, yeah, and by me staying in here safe, I'm not going to be dead, and therefore I'm running the town, of course.
Thwack!
I'm paying you to go and do things, am I not?
Oh man.
Okay. He says, well, that is unnecessary. I assume that you're doing cold damage?
The door, yeah. Trying to knock it down.
Shit, roll damage too.
Allergies.
He says, that is unnecessary, and I will take it out of your pay if you don't leave my door alone.
I'll take it out of your ass if you don't come out here and pay us, old man.
I have been paying you, and I continue to pay you without the necessary damage to my door.
Has he been paying?
Ninja was taken, and its horse. What are you doing about that?
I've already taken care of that.
I walk up to the door. I yank my arrows out of it. Crack, crack, crack. We're not sitting here while you pass coin by coin under your door, you coward. Pay us and come out here and lead your people. They're scared.
So am I.
Is there
I
a
don't
window
care.
anywhere?
I don't care if you're scared. It's your job to be brave.
Is there a window anywhere on the front of the house?
There is not. This is the Town Master's Hall. There is no window on the front of the Town Master's Hall.
Who among us does
Just the door.
lockpicks?
What?
Who among us does lockpicks? I'm trying to remember. Have we seen anybody in the party pick a lock yet?
I have a set of thieves' tools, and I can do okay on some light locks.
Here's the way I see it. You can pay us with a bag through the door. Or we can come in and get paid. How would you like to do it?
Neither of those options, of course.
Great. I step back and let Rohis work.
And Rohis has guidance from me too.
Okay.
Well, let's see. The thieves' tools.
That would be thieves' tools with dexterity.
Sorry. Okay.
With guidance on top of that. For an 18. Okay. So you go to work on this lock, and you feel pretty confident in this lock as you work on it, and you notice that as you do so, this is, I mean, much like the rest of the town, this lock is not the most intricate or heavily detailed locks, and you can make fairly quick work of unlocking this door. Right?
I will open the door.
So you unlock the door and you go to open it, and the door is barred as well. It seems that there were barricade measures put against the door as you kind of push your way against this door.
You coward! You have to come out sometime.
I don't, though. That's the thing. I don't need to come out. I have made sure that I do not. I have everything I need in here for me to not have to come out until you have dealt with the dragon.
You know what I got? I got a dragonborn with an axe and an attitude.
That's not the dragon you're supposed to deal with. You're supposed to deal with the one that attacked the town.
Yeah,
we're working on that. You wouldn't happen to know where it is, would you?
Probably in the mountains.
Forget it. You are not worth my time. And yeah, you fool. You will die a coward.
I'm okay with that, as long as I'm safe in here.
I almost have to respect his conviction to this.
He knows what he wants, and he's going with it.
You owe us 100 gold. Pay us.
And you see platinum sliding underneath the door.
Oh, well,
What the hell is that?
It's platinum. At least he's paying us more efficiently. Snatch the 10 platinum. You know I got to make change for this, right? There's 7 of us.
So you get 9 platinum, and then you get the rest in copper.
Oh, he does it in copper?
Uh-huh.
Oh, if I had a strength better than 10, his door would be done. All right.
What the hell is that?
Copper. You've never seen copper?
No.
You are from far away. It's gonna take a while. I'll wait for the damn money.
I guess while he's passing the money, I'll mosey over to the message board, the quest board.
Okay.
So what's on that for?
So you head over to the quest board, and much like what was already there, you see the same quests, and you see that it still has been tagged as well. It has not changed since the last time you were here.
Fleet gets 2 votes now.
What? So you see that there is the Mountain Toe quest, you see the Loggers Camp quest, and you see, still on the board, but very, very crumpled, is the note for the Nomengard quest.
escort an outsider to the mine or check on a logging camp?
I don't know. Those gnomes have been in need for longer than the other two. You know what I'm saying? And somebody failed. Whoever tried to do this failed. It might be more.
But they're not paying that much.
No, they're not paying as much. You're not wrong.
They may be able to give us a gift that might help fight this dragon. That would be more worth than the gold.
I think that may be. Yeah. I don't know. We should talk to the others, see what they want to do. But I think that would be my vote.
Just don't go swinging at it.
Swinging at it? What do you mean? What do you mean? Sorry, you said don't. No, you said don't go swinging at it. You mean I don't know what you're referring to. Sorry.
He was referring to the dragon. First thing out of his mouth was to fight the dragon. I said, don't go swinging at it.
Oh, no. The time will come when I will stab it with my rapiers, but be something to help defend the town. Maybe the gnomes have something. I don't know. It mentions useful stuff.
It's worth checking out, especially since whoever tried failed. Well, anyway, let's talk to the others. I don't want to speak for anybody else but myself.
That's your first thought, always to stab something.
I don't carry these shiny things around to just look at. They're there to be used.
They're pretty, nonetheless.
I mean, like the jump to violence. To work on that.
I don't know. I think the dragon's already jumped. I can assure you the dragon's already jumped. He says as he walks into the bar.
I don't think they really jump so much as they'll take flight, but...
Touche.
I'm gonna walk up and, give Umo a hearty slap on the shell, sit down next to him and eat.
Okay, so you guys are back within the tavern at this point?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, so you are back within the Stonehill Inn, discussing the possible quest. Okay.
Like I'm just saying, you don't have to run and try to kill it the first time you see it. Not first time you see it, but the moment you see it.
I just eat. Thinking about, he's thinking. He's not like being rude or weird. He's just like thinking and eating.
So far, that dragon has attacked 3 times in our presence. Well, one time not necessarily in our presence, but it has attacked the town. I don't think there's much negotiating at this point.
Well, that's because I can never catch the damn thing. It's always coming whenever we're never around. Or it's distracted by a giant carcass. The cart needs something to get it to settle down for a minute. Or I have to find it. Whichever's easier.
Why do you want to
Dragons are not some stupid beast, my friend. They are a little smarter than just setting out a cow and saying, here, kitty, kitty.
Well, no, I'm counting on that. Because when you try to be patronizing to one of these things, they're going to eat you.
Why do you want to talk to it? He says, sort of eating. It's a sincere question. He's not being rhetorical.
Like I made a promise, I have to keep it.
You mind telling us about it? Your
what?
promise. I mean, if you're going to hold us all to it, we should all know what it is. Let's just be on the up and up.
Yes, man, if I told you, you wouldn't believe me.
Well, why don't you try us?
Hang on.
I kind of yell out in a voice. What are we talking about?
Talking about the dragon. Come on over.
I point at Sleek. He's over there.
No, that's
He's
the
not
dragon. That's the dragonborn. He's not a. Come here, Remo.
Still looking, still pointing.
A dragonborn is not the same as a dragon. That's offensive. Do better.
Nope, still confused.
Oh my god.
It's like Umo. It's like a turtle and you. Are you a turtle? You're a turtle, right?
Portal.
Yeah, it's different. We saw a box turtle on the road. That's not you, right?
No, they're kind of mean.
That's right. Anyway,
That's right.
Dragonborn and dragons aren't the same.
One of my dad's best friends was a turtle. I haven't seen him for a while.
Tell us
Should look
about
him
your
up.
Tell us about your promise. I'll tell you when.
I promised my dad I would try to talk to it. Family obligation.
Does your dad know this dragon?
Personally, I have no idea. Probably not. Not in the know it by name, but know it by. We'll say no, not association. We'll know it by kinship. Kinship, that is the word.
You related to it? I sit back.
Theologically. Okay, trust me. If I told you, looking at all of you, you wouldn't believe me. I've been down this road before. Not too many times because I haven't been here that long, but...
You keep saying that, but you haven't tried us yet.
All right. You want to know?
Sure.
All right. But you all owe me a gold piece if you don't believe me. I expect you all to pay up.
That's fair.
Okay. What year is it here?
1478. I don't actually know the answer to that question, but I give him the year.
Sure.
Dale Reckoning, 1478.
So about, we'll say 20, 21 years ago, in this relative time, my mother, a hairless tabaxi, and her best friend went on a research expedition to Chult because they were investigating archaeological remains of 9 tombs dedicated to trickster gods. Following me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, her and a group of people met up outside of a stadium hosting dinosaur races. And this group went on to explore the dig site, etc., eventually uncovered the secret of a curse that had been placed over the island, which basically threw the balance of life and death out of whack. A curse that was placed there by a lich. You know what a lich is?
A spellcaster, right?
An apex predator among spellcasters.
Only
Yes.
worse than your average spellcaster, if I believe.
Yes, pretty much. Apex predator of spellcasters. Anyway, my mother and her friends dealt with this lich, a Serac, and broke the curse. Now, as far as why this is all relevant, one of the people among the group she had run into was my dad, an Azamar, but not really an Azamar. He was an avatar of an Azamar. Are you following me so far?
Yeah.
Okay. My dad was the recently, we'll say, deposed god of virtue among the Coatl and dragons. Basically,
I do raise
Sir.
that, right?
right. Well, during the course of this adventure, which included a Serac and red wizards and etc., my mom and my dad did the do and done. But at that point, they had returned to Venya, which is where I'm from, and my dad. You know where Venya is?
Do I know where Venya is?
Yes.
I don't know. Andrew doesn't know, but I'm not sure if Heston knows where it is.
I was just gonna say, give me a history check.
Oh yeah, I know. I see why I know. Yeah, I know where Venya is.
You guys have heard of it. Except for Umo.
I want to choose to fail it, but I'm gonna roll it.
Okay.
What the hell?
Sneak has an epiphany.
Oh, man.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that you were rolling a disadvantage due to the fact you weren't really paying that much of attention.
Perfect, thank you.
Uh-huh. If you had been paying attention, you would know exactly where he was from.
So Dad took Mom back to Venya, and she gave birth to me. It's the third layer of Mount Celestia in the Outer Plains. Very frosty, which is why I like the cold.
Mm-hmm.
So, shorthand version of that, Dad got a virtue, Coatl, oversee the serpent family. During the course of their adventures, he made it very well cemented that he didn't like killing other dragons and serpents. It's kind of a weird feeling. So he always found a way to be the diplomatic one. In fact, at one point, the group went through a dwarven mine, much like we did, because the dwarves had been kicked out by a red dragon named, what was it? Quetzalcoatl, or Tinder for short. Red dragon. Keep in mind, red dragon's not typically the most talkative, but he found a way to do it. Follow me so far?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, after they finished their adventures, Mom was getting ready to have me. Dad decided to reascend into his previous position. He's back as a god, which means he can't come down here because gods aren't allowed to directly involve themselves in the affairs of mortals. But when he heard there was a dragon terrorizing this area, he wanted to do something about it, and since I am not bound to the rules of deities because I'm not a god, I told him I would deal with it. But I would try to be diplomatic, but understanding that if it wouldn't see reason, I would have to deal with it the permanent way, like he had to on some occasions. So I look like this, gesture to the body, because my mom's a tabaxi and my dad helped conceive me in the body of an Azamar. But I'm also technically part dragon, serpent, etc. Hence the scales.
Is that why you slapped my holy symbol out of my hand? Because your dad's a god? In
No.
theory? Oh.
No. Because one of the people in the group was a follower of Maliki, and he wasn't as pious as he probably should have been, and it caused Dad a lot of headaches. So they always bumped heads, and he'll bang his fist together a bit. So, just force a habit.
All right, well, let's clear that up, because, like, let's not do that again. He's working a gold piece in his hand, looking at you.
Fair enough. Which is actually not too bad. Very
Miliki?
woodsy. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can't think of a less offensive god. Maybe your dad. He puts his gold piece back in his pocket.
She slurps her soup a lot, though. It's kind of annoying. But she's also outdoors, so I get it.
I'm just gonna go past that. So this isn't the third time the dragons attack, it's the fourth time.
Yes.
And it's been around for a little bit longer than the people here think. It's been here since at least winter. He sort of picks it as food. So last winter I was living with a couple of people who were important to me. And we had a little cabin at the foot of the mountains, and I got real sick last winter, and they were taking care of me. And he picks a little bit more in his food, takes a bite. And anyway, the fever was high, and I had chills, and I was shaking myself apart at the bones, and they raised the fire up pretty hot, and I haven't talked to anybody about this before, so give me a second. It made a lot of smoke, and we heard it. We heard it make the noise. We hadn't seen anything before this, and I only remember this vaguely because I was delirious. But we had already begun to suspect that something was out there. We'd come across a couple of dead owl bears and some other things, and they knew saw the smoke. They figured it was coming for the cabin, so they ran out and tried to distract it. And they ran 2 separate directions, and they didn't come back. So they were trying to keep it away from me because I couldn't defend myself. Not that I would have done any good, but I did get better. And I tried to find them, and it's pretty clear to me that they'd been, that they didn't make it. You want to talk to it. I don't want it to take anybody else off a horse. So I'll make you a deal. I'll give you 6 seconds. You get 6 seconds to talk to it. And then I'm going to try to kill it.
Not really a whole lot of time to say something to somebody.
Ought to be enough for you to find out one way or the other, right?
Possibly. Tell you what, I'll try to talk to it. And if it eats me, then you can kill it.
I don't want it to eat you. I don't want it to eat anybody. That's the point. Look, I don't want revenge. I did. Maybe I do. I don't know. But I don't want anybody else to get hurt. You or anybody else here. I don't know where you come from. I'll take you at your word. But the people here are good people. They don't deserve this. And the people who were taking care of me were good people, and they didn't deserve it. And I don't see any other way out of this besides that thing being dead. We talk it out of being here, then it just goes someplace else and does this to somebody else. This is our responsibility now, right? Like, somebody's got to deal with it.
I agree with you to an extent, but there are plenty of serpents that survive off wildlife.
But it's not a serpent. It's a dragon. It's different. And it's already attacked the town. So, and I'm telling you, it already has a taste for people. Good people. It's already done the thing. There's no balance with this thing, I don't think. It's not like you find an owl bear in the woods, you can just avoid it. You don't have to fight it. You don't have to kill it. This is different. It thinks like a person, but it eats like an owl bear. It's different. All these orcs were dealing with, they came out of the mountains, and you can tell because they're all dressed for heat or for cold that we don't have. And the manticore, it came down from there too, I bet too. I can't imagine it has a lair around here. We've never seen a manticore around here, but it's got to live somewhere, and it can't live where the dragon lives. The dragon's going to run it out. All these things are running down from the mountains from this thing, which means they're all going to be looking for resources, and the only place that those resources exist are right here in Fandalen. We don't have a choice. We got to stop it.
Like, I'm not disagreeing with you, and I'm not saying I'm not going to kill it if it comes to that. All I'm saying is that I have to at least try to fulfill this promise. And if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. And he understands that. Like I said, he's had to kill dragons before. Didn't like doing it, but sometimes you don't have any other options.
Yeah, I can respect that. I just need you to know where I'm coming from.
Totally get it.
All right.
Looking around here, who doesn't believe me? I know one of you who doesn't. Or handing over those gold pieces.
Hesta doesn't. He pocketed it. Or he doesn't hand it over. He believes you.
I go, Hested, you gotta eat your food's gonna get cold.
Yeah, you're right. I start eating.
Believe you, nothing more powerful than an oath to your father. I will give you my word that I will give you at least as much chance to talk to it as you can. But, if it endangers any of us, we'll attack.
There. You are, in fact, looking on the table, the first group of mortals I've told this to that actually believe me, as far as I can tell.
You're a mortal too, though, right?
I am, but it's different when you're from the outside planes looking in.
You got any special powers for your dad being a god?
And he'll kind of gesture to all the scales on his body, and his eyes, and his teeth.
Are we brothers?
No. If I had to say I have a power, and it's not even officially a power, because out of character it's not, he was the god, or he is the god of virtue. So he was able to talk to people and look in their eyes and gaze into the soul to see if they were truly pious and whatnot. I don't have that. I just get kind of a vibe from people.
Is that why you put your forehead on people?
Mm-hmm. And you force someone to look you in the eyes that close, have a hard time hiding who they really are.
Maybe don't carve a symbol into people's houses, though. Just a thought.
That was necessary. How else would he know to keep an eye on that house?
Well, maybe ask permission before you do it.
Yeah, I think given the circumstance of her almost getting eaten by a giant manticore.
I don't know. You gotta know the people around here, right? They need you to respect your property. That's all they have.
I know. But when I looked into her eyes, I saw that she was not worthy of that mark, but someone that needed to have it. Especially if this thing's attacking, we're not around.
I think it's afraid of us. It's not stupid, but I think it's afraid of us.
Hard to tell. My dragons are hard to read sometimes.
It's a lot of good insight checks.
Yeah.
What are those directed at, out of curiosity?
Whether I believed him or not.
Sure.
Now, technically, our plane was 3 floors above Bahamut's palace.
I don't know anything about the celestial realms. I just know this place.
It's fine. You ought to go sometime.
We'll see. I'm gonna finish up my meal. Take a drink. Let's go rescue some gnomes tomorrow morning. What do you guys think?
What are gnomes?
Small humanoids, like halflings, but a little different. They're about, I don't know, 3-4 feet tall. Typically speaking, pretty inventive people. They're good. They're good people.
You have good booze?
Yeah, sometimes.
All right, I'm in.
As you are
I
all
ask you.
sitting around, you see a young human, about teenager, non-binary, not quite sure, male or female, but shows up, walks in, looks over at Telvin and looks over at the bartender and says, "Is this them? This is the group, right?" From
I thought she said Elvin. I was like, he's not here. I mean, he could be here, but
He's at college right now.
Right. Tobin, and upon receiving the nod, sets down a large pouch on the table in the center of the table before turning and running back out the door. Without saying a word to any of you, just turns and runs out the door.
Oh, I think I can catch him.
You want to catch him? You can.
What is that? Athletics?
Yes. They are pretty dang slippery.
I face plant out the front steps. Bam!
Oh, that was not graceful at all.
It was
I look at this.
because he had turkey juice on his hands.
I'm gonna. What is this?
What's in
Bryn,
the
what
bag?
is this about? You seem to have known that person.
So, Toblin, you know that was the person that was sent to the midwives as a apprentice.
The woman at the tower?
Uh-huh.
I open the bag to see what's in it.
You see there are health potions for each of you.
Oh, nice.
Oh, these superior health potions.
Just regular health potions. Nice try, though.
I think this one says Supreme.
Supremely awesome tasting, yes.
No, that's
I back well away from just looking.
You do see that one of them is specifically, unlike all of the rest of them, color-wise and everything, and it does have Umo's name on it.
This one's yours, Umo.
I back away even further.
Umo, you can't go through your life without ever drinking a healing potion, man. You know how my berries are? Like here. Like, it's similar but better. It's like way better than the berries that I make.
Try
You see-
mixing it with some whiskey.
You see me do the, like, when a cat has a fur ball and start dry heat.
First of all, that's offensive to cats. Umo, do better.
All right. I'm going to take Umo's. I'm going to put it in my pouch.
That's fair.
And be like, Umo, if you're unconscious, I'm giving this to you whether you like it or not.
I just kind of give you a wary glance, like, you can try.
All right. That's fair.
Maybe we put some bacon drippings in there to make it taste better.
You don't want to mess with the balance, right? She did a good job. She knows what she's doing.
Hested, open it up and give me a Arcana check, please.
Arcana, eh?
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's great. How about a 10? 11.
You actually get the smell of bacon when you open the bottle.
I'm like, oh man, Umo, it smells like bacon. I'm just saying. I put it in my pouch.
Bacon?
Uh-huh.
Mine.
Nope.
Oh, it says Umo. I put my hand over there. No, sorry.
That literally has his name on it.
This is for turtles, not dragons. Sorry.
I dry heave again.
All right.
With the bacon and the turkey legs, you two are gonna eat us out of purse and pocket.
Yeah, we gotta be prepared for that. All right, ladies and
You're
gentlemen.
welcome to my share.
So, with that collection of the 100 gold that you collected from that quest, as well as the mithril chain armor, those are your prizes for completing the Butter Skull Ranch quest. Based on the fact that there are 7 of you, what does that split down to? 14 gold, 2 silver, and 8 copper apiece.
We're so rich.
You are so rich. Are you sure you want to do the 50 gold one and not another 100 gold one then?
I think so.
Okay.
Oh, we didn't make that decision. We actually didn't make that
You did
choice.
not.
We didn't have that conversation. So there are 3 things out there that they need us to do. And I'll list them. I'll talk about all 3 of them.
So you have the Nomengard quest that has been there since the beginning.
Yeah.
That is supposed to have a some sort of something useful.
Mhm.
And then you've got the Loggers Camp, which will be taking supplies deep into the Neverwinter Woods along the river that flows west towards Neverwinter, to a logging camp. And the third Nomenguard, which I want to point out, a lot of you are familiar with those woods. So just putting that one out there. And then there is the Mountain Toes quest, which the Mountain Toe Gold Mine is just 15 miles northeast of Phandalin. And apparently there is a new overseer that just got to town, and they're looking for escorts to take him to the mine due to the fact that they don't know what dangers you guys will come across between Phandalin and the mine. So you've got a escort mission, you've got a supply mission, or you've got a go to the Nomenguard and hope to get something useful mission.
I lean over the table and I'm like, he's finishing his meal. He's like, look, my vote is to go to Nomenguard, or to talk to the gnomes, because whoever tried the first time failed. And if they've got something that can fight the dragon, that's worth checking out. But in any case, they probably need to be warned.
You are more than welcome to move your tokens to whichever one you feel that your character would in fact vote for. Thus, the reason we have tokens on the quest board.
And he just goes, but whatever you guys decide, I'm in.
Yeah, whatever. You want to do this one, that's fine.
Yeah, I think this might be more suited to my venturesome style. Know not much about the woods around here, the mountains.
I just want to see what a gnome looks like.
Are they green?
And try their booze.
Oh, looks like we've got a majority vote on that. So.
It does seem you do. All right. Well, there you go. So back to the inn we go. Is there anything that you would like to do with the rest of your evening, or with the morning before you head out to Nomenguard?
Just eat, sleep, and be ready to head out.
Yeah.
Who needs this armor that we found? I do not need it. It does not do me much good.
Too heavy for me.
Is it better than your chainmail you're wearing now? I asked.
I wear studded leather. I am much faster that way.
Well, maybe we can sell it. I don't need it. I can't wear it. If it was a shirt, I could wear it, but I can't.
I'll leave it in the
I
room.
believe that it needs to go to Ope's Warden because it's already on his character.
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah, he gets it.
It makes sense. Let's keep him protected.
Good place for it to go since it's already on his character sheet.
Totes.
All right.
Is it already on my character sheet?
It is. You are the only one who could actually use it.
Now,
Right.
we can all put a version of this on our character sheet, but he's the one who's using it, right?
Correct.
Okay. Good.
Yep.
All right. So yeah, Hesed will finish his dinner and check out and get some arrow replenishment, and then go to bed.
Okay. Use.
Any apothecary or something where I might be able to pick up some useful items. I'm learning more stuff each night.
I was gonna say if you guys need any components or any stuff from town, now would be a good time to do that since you just got paid. Otherwise, we will go ahead and jump up into the next day and get you headed towards Nomenguard.
Do we take a long rest?
You do.
What?
As you have completed Butterskull Ranch and are back within the relatively safe town of Phandalin and the Stonehill Inn. I say relatively due to the fact that it has been attacked. But, okay. Alright, that all being said, the next morning you find yourselves back down here within the Stonehill Inn Tavern. The rest of you come down to the fact that your barbarians are already downstairs, already well into their second plate each of bacon.
Ugh.
The hell are they putting it all?
Yeah,
They all go to my magic tummy.
he just stores it in the shell.
Umo does, yep, it's all stored in the shell. Umo and Sleek are the reason that pocket bacon is a thing.
It's gonna be broke paying for all their food.
Alright. So, you see Rohis disappears for just a few minutes, to go ahead and pick up 20 gold worth of charcoal, incense, and herbs from Barthen's provisions. And actually, while you are there, Rohis, Barthen actually, he will stop you and he says, I know that you guys had just gotten back into town, but I was wondering if you, had seen the quest board. I've heard really good things about the group that you've been running around with, and I was wondering if you have time, if you would be willing to escort some supplies up into the woods for me. It's my sibling that is up there, and I just want to make sure that they get that. But I mean, if you have something else that you're doing, I understand. I'm just wondering if you can take that supplies up there.
Oh, my friend, thank you for your supplies. We would most definitely want to help if we can. I'll talk to my group. We are headed to Nomagard, I believe, this morning. No, are they close to each other?
No, unfortunately not. Nomagard's the other direction, but, well, perhaps when you get back, I know that there's a quest on the quest board that Harbin put, because he, has a half-brother that's up at the loggers camp as well, but, well, my sibling has been working up there, and, I haven't heard from them in a while, and I want to make sure and get some supplies up there as soon as we can.
Oh, most definitely. There are a lot of people that are missing right now. That this beast flying around is scaring everyone.
Agreed.
What is your sibling's name, in case we run across them?
Well, it's one of those things that they don't always give out their true name. But if you do see them, they go by Jandar.
Okay, yeah, maybe a description. Do they look similar to you, or
They do.
or maybe?
We both take after our father. Yes.
What does the storekeep look like again?
He's human. Human man. He is. Let's see here. Let me get you a description. He is a lean, balding human man, about 50 years old. And he will tell you that his sibling is about 45, so younger sibling. And you catch that he never specifically says male or female. And he does say that they don't always give out their true name. So you get the feeling that perhaps they might not always give off the same persona.
Kind of like my grandparent.
Well, is there anything that we maybe could say to them that they would recognize as us being a friend of you?
There is. And you see that he hands you a small item. And he says, if you see someone that looks like me and you show them this, there's no doubt that they will know that it is the right person. And you see he hands you, it's a, hold on. He hands you this small rose. Like it's a purple rose. And he says, this rose is from the Shrine of Roses. And if you put it on you secure it onto your pack, you will find that this rose itself will never wilt.
It is a very beautiful flower. The thing is rare in these areas.
Extremely. It was brought actually from the Shrine of Roses by our great-grandfather. And there was a rose of each color that was brought, and my sibling has a red one.
I'll wear it carefully and guard it with my life. Should we find your sibling, do you wish us to send them back to you, or just let them know you are safe?
Just let them know that I'm worried about them, and if they do not feel safe, please bring them back with you.
We can
like
do
I
that.
said, once you get back from Nomengard, perhaps you would be so willing as to head up to the loggers' camp and see if you can, take some supplies up there and make sure that they are all okay up there.
I will most definitely pass this on to my friends.
I appreciate it.
Change the way we think about these quests and see what we can do to expedite it.
I appreciate that. And like I said, I don't want to stop you from what you already have planned. I just wanted to put it out there in case you were on the fence, as they say.
But of course.
And with that, you can actually make your way back to the group and prepare to leave town for Nomengard. And so, I need one person, I don't care which person, to please roll me a just cause.
I'll do it.
Okay. Perfect. So, as you all start to head out and head for Nomengard, you did get directions that Nomengard is much like the Dwarven Excavation and Umbrage Hill. It is south of Phandalin, up within the foothills, and as you head that direction, you don't encounter the dragon per se, but you do see the shape flying off in the distance, headed towards the top of the hills that you are headed to.
Never mind then.
I was gonna say, don't boo me. Jesus. Let me finish my sentence, jeez. So with that, my friends, we will pick up right there next week as you head towards Nomengard with the hope that you will come away with something that will help you in your quest to deal with this dragon. But until then, thank you all so much for hanging out with us here within the DMS Adventurers Tavern. Just as a reminder, we do have our weekly schedule, and in case anyone wasn't paying attention, it seems that our campaign's just gonna keep intermixing, thanks to some of the players. So it pays to watch the other ones, because you never know what time or when something might come and become part of the rest of the campaign. So, just a reminder, we have on Friday our Eberron campaign, and on Saturday our Strix-7 College of Chaos. Now, we are going to go ahead and raid out tonight to Jay Luna, as he is playing Minecraft. So thank you all so much for hanging out with us here. And until next time, thanks for hanging out at DMS Adventurers Tavern, where adventure really happens.